Hey, are you an overthinker? I know a lot of people that really claim to be like, oh, I'm an avid overthinker. I am a habitual overthinker. Well, let's talk about overthinking here because delay, it feels safe in the moment, but it just quietly drains your progress and your power. And there's a real cost, I think, when it comes to overthinking and indecision. A lot of times people don't even think of overthinking as indecision, but that really is. And because every time you avoid making a choice, well, you're losing time, you're losing energy, you're losing momentum, and you've kind of gotten comfortable at doing that. And you stay stuck in the same cycle, hoping for clarity and this magic, almost this magic wand moment to magically show up. But it clarity, it follows action, not the other way around, especially when it comes to when people talk about getting motivated. Action has to come before motivation, where we've kind of that's how we can easily put things off because, well, motivation didn't show up, so neither will I, right? So you can't build momentum just sitting on the fence. I mean, waiting while it feels responsible, and I get it. Sometimes we want to spin ideas around, and it's like, oh, I really, I'm looking for an inspired moment. But what ends up happening for most people is that it's just fear dressed up like logic. Have you ever thought of it that way? You think you need more time to decide. But the thing is, you've already decided. You know what the decision should be. So you really just need to take one clear step in the direction of what it is that you want. What would you love, right? So we're going to talk about that today and ways to work around it. Before we get into all this great stuff, I encourage you to head over to talktoperry.com. That's where my calendar's at. That's where we can have a discussion about how to keep that energy of yours, your battery, your mental and your physical battery high so that you can reach all of your goals. Because a lot of us, we go around life like we are a 6-year-old smartphone, 2% battery life and no charger in sight. And I want to help you recharge. I want to help you reach your goals. We do this all in 15 minutes so that you can reclaim your power. Head over to talktoperry.com. All right, so we're going to talk about indecision here. It's one of the biggest things that I think drains people and they don't realize it. It's not like, oh my gosh, I'm so drained today because I haven't decided on anything. It's very, very subtle. But if you keep thinking about the same things over and over and over again, should I go all in? Should I wait? Should I try something else? Maybe something else will come, or that's better. And this is the way I played around with my fitness for years. I would say, gosh, should I try this fitness program? Should I, try this little fitness equipment? Should I buy this thing off the infomercial? Should I get this thing at the gym? Should I get a gym membership? And I would bounce thing to thing. And I realized I was spinning my wheels, overthinking it, and really trying to find a crack in the flaw of why each plan wouldn't work for me. That was keeping me safe, even though I was frustrated with my current conditions. That back and forth stuff, it eats your time. And it holds your focus hostage. Now, a decision, it gives you back your power. Have you ever considered that? Once you've made a decision and you go for it, it frees up a lot of things, right? When you make that clear choice, your energy, it stops leaking in 100 different possibilities because you cut off the distraction and you move forward with action. So here's what indecision really does. You probably didn't want to go down this road, did you? But it's this power of awareness that I think once you know or once you realize, you can do something about it. Well, indecision, it delays your results. You can't get stronger. You can't get leaner. You can't get clearer. You can't get more focused if you keep resetting the clock every time you second guess yourself. It really does. It trains the brain to hesitate. You get really good at hesitating and drifting off course. And the more you doubt yourself, well, you doubt your ability to follow through. And it really kind of puts pressure on everything. You feel overwhelmed. You feel behind. You start slapping the word busy onto everything. You feel unmotivated. But all that's really, it's just the weight of an unmade decision. Once you made the decision, that was it. One of the interesting things, I'm going to grab it here. I love the mantra of this over the years. It says right here on the camera here. It says decide, commit, succeed. Okay, so this was a mantra. It always went across the screen on the Beachbody workouts, and I didn't really realize that that's where it all starts. Once you've decided and you commit, I mean, that's what a decision is. It's you've made the commitment to take action. Because if you say you decide and you don't take any action, well, then you haven't decided at all. But that's how you break through. That's how you succeed. And it doesn't mean that you need to know exactly everything as you go. As a matter of fact, if you really embrace the journey as you go, you'll learn lots of things along the way. And there's always ways to improve and adjust. But if you never give yourself a chance, well, then you're going to get nowhere. So it just, really deciding means, you know what? I'm not gonna stay stuck anymore, right? And so when you make that clear decision, you create structure. You set a new standard for yourself. How does that feel? Your habits, they begin to align with where you want to go, and your action, your schedule reflects it. Your goals start to match and get in alignment, and it gets easier with time. As a matter of fact, this applies to so many different things in life, not just health and fitness stuff when I talk about on this podcast, but it keeps you moving forward instead of spinning over and over and over again like you're just a tire that's stuck in really deep mud, right? So, that's the big thing here. I really want to help you realize that every unmade decision, it's a weight you carry. So deciding sooner so that you can move forward, I mean, you feel lighter. And you don't need more time. You don't need to get motivated. You just take it now and let everything catch up. Decide, commit, succeed, right? So, hey, just know you can choose to use your power and take control, make a decision, take action, and go. Or you can let the excuses, the indecision, the justifying, the rationalization, the putting things off, the hesitation, you can let all that control you and drain your power. It really boils down to committing to yourself and your goals and taking action on those, and then choosing to move forward, looking at possibilities, learning and growing, and keep moving forward, my friend. You absolutely rock. I hope you have a really great day, and you absolutely rock. Remember, it's never too late. We'll see you next week. That's another Power Blast podcast in the books. Thanks so much for tuning in. And remember, when you are ready to recharge your battery, make sure you go to talktoperry.com. That's talktoperry.com. That's Perry. And I want to listen. I want to hear, what's going on. I want to help you in that 15-minute call to recharge your battery and reclaim your power so that you're off and running and creating massive momentum toward your dream. Also, every day, I am delivering more motivation, support, tips, and strategies inside my free community with amazing people like yourself. And we are conquering the mindset and the fitness. I do 52 weeks of free training in there. Plus, I coach and I mentor people, as well as give you access to tons of resources and guides. It's called my Upside Down Fitness community because we work on a lot of mindset stuff, the inside stuff. And we're a fun group of people striving to make healthier habits in this awesome chapter of life. So make sure you get in there. I promise you'll absolutely love it. Just head over to upsidedownfit.com and you can get into the group. And hey, you would be an awesome friend if you get over to iTunes or wherever you listen to your podcast and leave an honest rating and review for the Power Blast podcast. It helps awesome people like you find the show even faster, and that's who I'm looking for, awesome people like you. That's all I have for this week, my friend, and just to let you know, you absolutely rock. That's all I have for this week. I'll see you on the next Power Blast podcast, and always remember, it's never too late. We'll see you next week.